What's up, guys? Latin Mafia here, bringing you an update to the WWE 13 DLC list. Now, if you remember, I did a video a while back. Well, not a while back, a couple days ago. Or maybe it was a weekend. I don't remember. I did a video about my predictions on the WWE 13 DLC and who could be in it. I only did the current era, and I was actually about to do like my predictions for the Attitude Era, but it turns out that all the DLC characters have been leaked. So, I mean, I think they're gonna make an official announcement soon, but as of today, they have been leaked. So, it's actually pretty cool news. All right, so I'm gonna run down the list of who is in it. All right, number one, I'm gonna do the current era DLC characters first. All right, so first we have AJ Lee, which we already know. They already announced that, and pretty cool to see her in it. Okay, next we have Damien Sandow. Now, this actually looks like a pretty good model. I mean, personally, we already knew who was coming, but still, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so he's in there too. Number three, Antonio Cesaro. Now, I actually predicted this. I knew they were gonna bring him in because he sort of picked up steam, and it just doesn't seem right to have him left out, especially when he's the United States champion. Alright, so we have Antonio Cesaro. Next, we have Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre hasn't been on TV a lot lately, so this probably could just be a fan service because, he's not really... People like him, but he's not really, up there. He's still young, so he has time. Alright, anyway. Next, we have Layla. Layla, obviously, she was the women's not the women's champion, the Divas champion. And, yeah, she was omitted for some reason. I do not know why. Probably because, there's a lack of divas, and, they were really focusing on the Attitude Era, so divas kind of had to get niched on that one, but Layla's in it. Alright, next we have Natalya, another one who's a very common diva on the roster, so it's actually nice to see her back on there. And, yeah. Alright, so next we have Rybak. Now, this is the one I'm really excited for. I knew they were gonna bring him in, and I'm really gonna enjoy playing as him. So, yes, we have Rybak. Next, we have Tensai. Tensai is another one I predicted, including Rybak. So we have Tensai, and he has his old gimmick, which is like the old robe that he used to wear. He doesn't wear that now, but hey, at least we have Tensai. Alright, next we have the Usos. I actually predicted this one too, so I give myself a pat on the back for getting almost all of them right. Anyway, yeah, we have the Usos. It's pretty cool to see them there because this is their first WWE game, and props to them. Alright, and finally we have Yoshitatsu. Actually, I honestly thought Yoshitatsu was already on the roster, but apparently he's not, so... Yeah, he is now on the roster, and they have his new gimmick where he wears that little facial thing and the mask, and it's pretty cool. Alright, so that covers the current era downloadable content. Now let's move on to the Attitude Era. So yeah, alright, starting off we have Brian Pillman. I don't know too much about Brian Pillman. I heard he was like really good at promos. I think he was the one who had that angle where it was, I think it was between him and Triple H, where he had the gun or something like that. I don't remember. I think it was him. Not sure, but I remember hearing that he did a lot of good promos. All right, next we have Chainsaw Charlie, otherwise known as Terry Funk. I don't know why they chose him with this gimmick. I mean, why don't I just have him as Terry Funk? Although I never really watched during Terry Funk's time there, so maybe maybe he has an importance there, but I would prefer they have him as regular Terry Funk. Anyway, we have DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. Now, I mean, DDP didn't really have a big impact, but I very like well, I was a kid obviously when they were doing the Attitude Era, so I vaguely remember his storyline with Undertaker as the Stalker or something like that. So, yeah, we have DDP. Next, we have Grendel. Grendel I always remembered him as being like really, really scary. I did not want, like, I remember I used to play No Mercy for the Nintendo 64, and I did not want to play as him or face him because for some reason he was just so scary. Oh man. Anyway, alright, moving on. Gold Dust. Gold Dust is probably, he is very memorable, mostly because of like his attire and the way he acts, his mannerisms. He was like very controversial character, so everybody knows who Goldust is, and it's pretty cool to see him in this game. Next is a very cool thing, Rikishi. Rikishi is in WWE 13. That is awesome. That is so cool. And honestly, I think he's gonna be another one I'm gonna get, like, for sure. And yeah, it's pretty cool to see Rikishi in the game. Next, we have Too Cool. So yes, the whole Too Cool, Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hottie, and Grandmaster Sexy will be downloadable content for WWE 13. That is awesome. I pray that they have the dance at the end, because that would be, oh my goodness, that would be so cool if they had the dance at the end. If you do like a six-man tag match, that would be so crazy if they do that. I hope they do that. Anyway, moving on, we have the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker. This is the Undertaker that a lot of people wanted to be in this game, and they were surprised that they chose a different version of Undertaker rather than the Ministry of Darkness, because this was Attitude Era Undertaker, which this is what he was for most of the Attitude Era, so makes sense to have him in this game, so it's pretty cool. Alright, finally, we have Val Venis. Val Venis, I actually am surprised to see him in this, because his gimmick is very sexual oriented, so it kind of really doesn't fit with, like, well, it does fit with the Attitude Era, obviously, but, like, I don't know, I really thought they were gonna skip him because of, like, his character was very non-PG, and, you know, even though they are covering the Attitude Era, they really kept it PG, at least, you know, not PG, but, like, you know, they kind of toned it down, you know. Alright, so yeah, that's it for the downloadable content. Now we have two special DLC, which is not actual characters, but just something else. Alright, the first one is actually Brock Lesnar's Kimura Lock. I don't know why they don't have it in the game already, but you can download his Kimura Lock for sorry. You can download his Kimura Lock for you know, to put as his finisher. Alright, and the second special DLC is John Cena's US title spinner belt. If you remember, when he first won the US title, he changed it to the spinner belt. Not my favorite belt, but it's in the game, so if you want to get it, then you can get it. Alright, so that about covers the DLC, and it's actually looking pretty good. This is actually the biggest DLC offering in, you know, in the history of WWE games, so it's pretty cool. Now I know people are gonna say, oh, I remember the time when they didn't have to have DLC, everything just came on the disc. Well, actually, you're wrong, because without DLC, these stuff wouldn't even exist, you know. I remember the time when, you know, you bought a game and you wish you could get more, you know, instead of having to wait for a few years till the next game, or wait to the next version of it, like the game, to get you know, those characters, or in this case, you know, more wrestlers or current wrestlers. DLC allows them to add more wrestlers to the already big roster count. So if it wasn't for DLC, these characters would not even see the light of day, and you would have to wait till WWE 14. So yeah, don't complain about DLC. Alright? Anyway, that about does it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are excited as me, because I really like these DLC choices. Alright, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.